Hey everyone, today we're reading Mark chapter 9, verses 2 to 29. We're going to be talking about the transfiguration of Jesus today. Now, whether this is the first time you've heard about this thing, the first time in a long time, or you can relate back to the first time that you heard about this, you were probably left with some questions like, what in the world just happened? And what does it mean? And I think sometimes it's really easy for us to get bogged down in the questions and the details and the searching for meaning. An article that I read about the Transfiguration, the author wrote this. He says, seriously, when has the idea of a brilliantly glowing holy figure ever made sense anyway? And honestly, in my opinion, there is something so beautiful and something so powerful that comes out of a little bit of mystery. The Transfiguration was supernatural, and it physically showed the deity of Jesus, physically showed the divine nature of Jesus, which basically is just to say that Jesus was and is God the Son. So let's read it together, starting in verse 2. Mark writes, 6 days later, Jesus took Peter, James, and John and led them up to a high mountain to be alone. As the men watched, Jesus' appearance was transformed and his clothes became dazzling white, far whiter than any earthly bleach could ever make them. Then Elijah and Moses appeared and began talking with Jesus. Peter exclaimed, Rabbi, it's wonderful for us to be here. Let's make 3 shelters as memorials, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. He said this because he didn't really know what else to say, for they were all terrified. Then a cloud overshadowed them, and a voice from the cloud said, This is my dearly loved son. Listen to him. Suddenly, when they looked around, Moses and Elijah were gone, and they saw only Jesus with them. So Jesus, along with Peter, James, and John, go up to a mountain, and before their eyes, they see Jesus fully transformed into his divine self. They see his glory on display. And then Moses and Elijah appear with him, and the voice of God comes and announces that Jesus is his son. You should listen to everything that he says. Now, just a little bit of background here. Moses represented the law and Elijah represented the prophets. And so them coming together, Jesus with Moses and Elijah coming together, showed that Jesus came to fulfill both the law and everything that the prophets foretold about who he was. Now, as I was reading this again, I was struck by the supernatural, powerful, mysterious yet known presence of God. And now, as I said before, I take great comfort in not knowing and not fully understanding some things about God. There are some things about him that me and my humanness, within the confines of my human finite brain, cannot fully understand about him. Now, this isn't to say that we can't know him, though. On the other hand, something that I do know to be true is that Jesus did come to fulfill the law and to set up a new way for you and I to live in relationship with God. And a promise that comes from this is that Jesus, or the same power, the same presence of God that we see in Jesus in this event, is the same presence that walks with you and I every single day of our lives. Let that sink in for a moment. That powerful, glorious, supernatural presence of God that we see on display here is the same presence, the same God who walks with you in your here and now in 2021. So today, I pray that you would embrace the mystery of who God is, but fully embrace also the fact that his powerful presence is with you no matter what. And that's something that you can take to the bank, that you can place your faith in every single day. Grace and peace to you. I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you next time.
If these devotional videos are helpful to you, Subscribe to our channel and click the notification button so you know when we post a new video. And of course, please share them with others.